Hey guys, what's up? So this is a video about handling the geography optional. This might not work for all of you, but this is how I did it. And since a lot of you have been asking, I thought we should do this. Okay, let me just give you this thing. So I am Ira Singhal. I got a rank 1 this year in CSE. This is a video for all of those who can't afford coaching and who don't want to, and those of you who live in far off places. I hope I can reach you, and I hope this is helpful. Do spread the word of this education revolution, and for any other queries, you can kind of mail on this Facebook account and or comment on the video below, and you shall be answered. In case you want the quick updates and in case you like the video, do subscribe to it and you can kind of get all the other material for free. So hope you like it, and let's start. My marks in geography optional this year is 305, and this is the breakup. 168 in paper 1 and 137 in paper 2. One of the things that you need to keep in mind in geography optional is that it's one of the most popular optional. I feel like the largest percentage of people who take optional, who have to take an optional, end up taking geography. It's a very interesting optional if you like this kind of stuff. I thought it was the best thing ever, and I could study it for hours and hours, which is why I took it. But you have to realize when taking this optional that it has probably the biggest amount of course, and the depth you need is way more than you would naturally expect. It's sort of technical, so it's easy to understand and do with it. It doesn't require mugging up as people assume, but it is a dangerous optional in terms of the fact that if there are 5,000 people taking this optional out of 13,000, what happens is that your every answer gets compared to 5,000 other answers. I do think it's a slightly dangerous optional because mainly what happens is there are 5,000 people generally giving this out of 13,000. So what happens is that every answer that you write gets compared to 5,000 other answers. Okay, so if suppose 5,000 people are giving this optional in 13,000, let's say, then what happens is that your every answer gets compared to 5,000 other answers, and there's not much difference that you can make when you're doing when you have to do something different from 5,000 other people. But if there is an optional which is taken up by, say, 200 people or 500 people, you kind of have to get compared to only that much. So optionals like geography, which have a huge fan following, mainly because they're easy to understand and they're easy to work with, do have this problem that large crowds means lesser marks in that respect. For example, if you take medical science, now only doctors will take that, and so suppose there are 500 doctors sitting, not all of them will take, so let's say 300 take that, then the number of people that your answers get compared to gets reduced to only 300, while in optional like geography it is still a number of 5,000. So the ratio of people who will clear with medical science will be a lot higher than those who will clear with geography. So that's a problem with an optional like this. So I would say take geography only if first you really love the subject, and by love I mean love, and you can do it again and again. Secondly, you can handle the big course. This course is literally everything, okay? It kind of feels like you've done everything under the sun. So, and the third thing is you can find enough resources and you can find enough material and you find it easy, and you can work with it and you can do something different with it. So, and one of the reasons to take it is it's one of those subjects that anyone can take. I am an engineer, then an MBA, and I could take it. I know of doctors who've taken it, I know of lawyers who've taken it. So this is one of those subjects which is for everybody. Coming to the book list that I prepared, now during the course I've read a lot of the books. I'm not giving you all of those because not all of them are relevant and not all of them are needed anymore because the course has evolved from 2010 to now, and I wasted a lot of time in going through everything that I was told to do. In the end, I figured that only a few of those books were required, so I'm just going to give you those books. Firstly, I did is one book for physical geography is Savinda Singh. The book is very in depth, but it covers every topic very clearly. Though it does have some extra bits, you can sort of sort it out. But I think once you've done Savinda Singh properly, you've got your basic hang of this subject. Some of the topics which Savinda Singh misses out, like soils and some things about jet stream and all, that is available in Rupa Made Simple Physical Geography. And the human geography, the economic models and all, is given very well in human geography by Rupa. This is also given in K. Siddhartha, the economic geography. And this book, the updated version, kind of gives you the data for the year also. I also find my data for in economic survey. So those are the two things that I do for economic geography. Majid Hussain, the name of the book is Evolution of Geographical Thought. This is required for perspectives, so you can do this book for that. Gojing Leong gives you a nice basic idea of everything, and the bit about different climate zones, that the an ecological bit, that is given better here and not in fact in Savinda Singh also. That I would recommend Gojing Leong. Having your tundra climate and your Sahara type climate and your monsoon climate and all of that. So for that I did Gojing Leong. The NCRTs are again your basic Bibles. So from 6th to 12th I did them. I did the old ones and the new ones, everything. I did them couple of times. In fact, some of the topics like your karst landforms are given better in NCRTs than even in Savinda Singh, and the clarity of concepts in NCRTs is unbeatable. So I have done NCRTs. Back when I used to, when I gave in 2010 this exam, there was optional of geography in prelims. So we used to have maps and the world geography maps and all. So for that, the ICSE books from 6th to 8th were very important. This is not relevant anymore, so I would not recommend these to any of you. For the rest of the topics, especially things like your evolution of landforms and your theories and all of that, I have done my coaching material. I believe a couple of coachings could really give a really good material. I took my coaching from ALS and they've given a really good material on physical geography and the landforms of geomorph and some of the material for climato and your TS diagrams and all in your Oceano is given really well there. So coaching material just worked for the rest of the stuff for me. Then there were a lot of topics where the clarity was a little missing in all of the material combined. So I would Google those, especially stuff like jet streams and your El Nino and La Nina. So El Nino, La Nina, all of that is given on Google, so you can kind of do that. Then you have video resources on YouTube. You have Unacademy, which has done really good videos. Then you also have materials on resources given by some children's video resources. So you can check all of these things out and hopefully these work for you. I did a lot more books, but I don't think those are relevant. So I think if you covered these ones that I've mentioned till date, along with the videos, you should be good. Like I said, I tend to buy everything that someone told me, and I think I have more material than probably bookshops do, but most of it is useless. So I'm just giving you the books that I have done again and again for the subject. Now your geography paper tends to include maps. This year the map was only 20 marks. Last year the map was 50 marks, and before that it used to be 60 marks. I'm terrible at maps, absolutely terrible. I have been known to draw Amarnath in China. I actually went to Amarnath last year, and that's when I figured out, oops, it was in India and it was in J&K. So, I've been known to do things like this. I've exchanged Kandla and Mundra forever and basically changed the location of every single city in India. I am not very updated with my current affairs, which is why I miss out on the map a lot. So whenever there's a map question, I tend to lose marks. I get, I think, an almost 0 in this, which is why my paper 2 marks are always lower than my paper 1 marks, because my basics are very clear. My basics are extremely good, but not my map, and which is where the paper 2 marks go down. I tend to know all the India physical features, like the basic mountain chains and the basic plateaus, and even your Mahendragiri and your Ajanta range, and your the passes and everything. But I don't really know the cities and the small features that come due to current affairs. So I miss out on all of that. So I tend to get a 0 in map, and that's where I've lost. Um, I think I did some of it correctly this year, but I didn't have the guts to go back and check. So I'm assuming my map went well. It may not have. I haven't really figured out all the glaring mistakes that I do every year. So I'm crossing my fingers, and I think I'm right, but maybe. I don't know. Uh, I would recommend you to prepare your map really well. It is easy marks. I don't know from where, and I don't know how. If you guys have, you can post it in the comments below, and hopefully help all the other people out. Just before I finish, I do want to say one thing. I don't think you should take geography just because I did well in it. I think it's after many, many years that a geography person has done well and is there in the top 5. This is one of those subjects which tends to go up and down a lot. And I don't think you should start taking your optionals basis what the topper has taken, because that might not work for them. You and the person are different individuals. Your choices are different, your personalities are different. So please only take optionals which work for you, something that you want to do and something that you can do. Geography actually has one of the lowest ratios, and it's one of the most risky subjects to take. It has the most number of students taking. So it is the most compared subject. Don't take it if unless you can go through the number of books that you have to, because it's extremely vast. It covers your economics, to your history, to your sociology, to your anthropology. Everything is there in geography. So please don't take it unless you really want to study all of that. And it's not a subject to be done in a hurry. It takes its time. It takes months and months of deep, in-depth study to understand the concepts. And I don't really recommend it in terms of taking it just because I did it. Take it because you think you can do it and you really like the subject. So this was me telling you my bit about geography. I hope you like the video. Do spread the word, and do try to become a part of this education revolution. If you like the video, hit thumbs up, and do subscribe to the video below. And this is the Facebook and the Twitter handle of this makers of this video, Roman Saini and the Unacademy team. You can message them, and you can get in touch with them for any queries you have. Please spread the education for all revolution, and thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope it helped you all. Best